Welcome to Heat Check, powered by Defunct.com. These are the highest selling vintage t-shirts over the last 2 weeks. Let's take a look at who made the list. Coming in at number 10, we have this vintage Disney Designs Little Mermaid single stitch t-shirt. Let's take a look at some of these details. Little Mermaid, classic movie. The real life remake just came out. Just saw it on a cruise over Christmas. It was nice. Made in USA. This is kind of all what we would expect. One size fits all, which generally means it's like a, an XL size or something like that. So let's take a look. There looks like there's some dirty, dusty parts on the back side, but they give us they don't give us a pit to pit. They just give us like a stomach to stomach. So that's 24 inches. That is, basically XXL. So pretty big size here. It's kind of funny, one size fits all. I don't know why they would make a shirt like this, but they did either way. This one sold for $1,175. Next up, we have this 1980s 3D Emblem Hard Knocks University. 3D Emblem is still holding out super strong over the last couple months here. We keep seeing big sales from 3D Emblem Harley tees all over the place. This one is one we have not seen in a while. We haven't seen it in the last few months, but this one looks like it's in incredible condition. The graphic looks almost perfect, maybe dead stock, but you see the faded tag, so it has been worn at least somewhat. But either way, this t-shirt looks like it's in incredible condition. This is one we don't see often. The ones with the pigs always do really well, and this one is no exception. This one sold after 20 bids for $1,200. Then next up, we have the vintage punk Misfits Fiend Club t-shirt on a Fruit of the Loom tag. Let's take a look at this guy. This one's cool. It looks like it's like a double printed thing. I love the different inks that they have going on here. We have a Fruit of the Loom, probably an 80s like blank t-shirt. This would have been like an undershirt, not necessarily a shirt that would have been produced to be printed on. So kind of almost like a homemade DIY kind of deal here. No back hit. You can see through it a little bit. Let's take a look. There's some actual details here. We have, it's like a particular show, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Plan 9 issues screened by Glenn Danzig himself. Now that's pretty crazy if that is actually true. My assumption is that it is true, but who knows? But if this was actually screen printed by Glenn Danzig, that is quite the Misfits paraphernalia here. That's quite the memorabilia piece here for sure, and definitely plays into the value. This one had 21 bids, and it sold for $1,225. Also sold by Rye Bread. Rye Bread has been on this list a number of times over the last few months, so congratulations to that seller for sure. Curious whether or not Punk Revival bought this one, but if you did, let us know. All right, next up we have the vintage Eric B. and Rakim Paid in Full concert shirt. Take a look at these details. Looks like the shirt is in great condition. Nice and graphics there. Bless the mic for the gods on the back side. Looks like it's in good condition as well. The Screen Stars XL. Fantastic tee. We've not seen this t-shirt on the list before, so congratulations. Welcome to the club, Eric B. and Rakim. We have this t-shirt after 35 bids, so quite the demand for this thing. It sold for $1,225 as well. Now for a t-shirt we have seen many times in the past. We have the 1993 Akira, like all over print kind of thing going on here. This one's pretty sweet, size XL. We have seen this t-shirt a number of times, and looks like this is a foreign, this is coming out of Morocco. You can see that the tape measure is not in inches. I'm not going to sit here and do the conversions for you. XL is probably like 21 inches, or 21 to 23 inches. Or no, XL is probably 22 to 23 inches. But this one looks fantastic. Looks like it's in good condition. This squeeze offer is going to have to eventually stop coming up. I don't know why it does. Either way, really cool t-shirt. These Akiras always sell really, really well. This one is no exception, having sold for $1,400. Another t-shirt we have seen a few times. Here we have the Winterland Marilyn Manson See No Evil. Oh, no. Then next up, another t-shirt we've seen a few times. That is the Winterland Vintage Marilyn Manson t-shirt. See No Truth, Hear No Truth, Speak No Truth t-shirt. This one has sold a number of times. This one looks like a really good condition version. Good example of this t-shirt. And this one always seems to go for quite a bit of money. Don't have a whole lot to say because we've seen this a few times, but after 16 bids, this one sold for $1,425. Now here's one that you do not see every day. This is a pretty rare t-shirt. This is the Dr. J. Jones and the Interns, also known as Aerosmith. This is pretty cool because for a while, apparently in the late 70s, Aerosmith performed as Dr. J. Jones and the Interns, like in the New England area here. And this one came from the Paradise Boston concert. Apparently a security guard, down here it tells the story. It's pretty cool. Security guard collected t-shirts from all the acts over the years, and this is one of them. This one is a pretty rare t-shirt. In fact, you can actually go into some of the archives of defunct.com and you can find some people talking about this shirt that all the way back in 2014. I saw some of the comments were saying that it should go for about $500, which is pretty cool, but definitely a fraction of what this one actually sold for here in 2024. But see, we have, what tag is this? This is like this, I don't know, the Sportique tag, something like that. I don't know, you tell me. Yeah, there's a better one. Yeah, Sportique tag. 50/50. It's got that like, that hem on that sleeve to make it a little tapered. Either way, let's take a look. It's a pretty small size, 16 inches pit to pit. That's going to be a tough one to put on. But either way, incredibly rare t-shirt. Definitely a Aerosmith memorabilia piece that you will, if you're a collector, definitely need to have one of those rare pieces. This one sold for $1,500. And again with the 3D emblem, here we have the 1998 Harley-Davidson Forged in Our Souls tee. We've seen this one before. It's been a while actually, but a little caricature of that famous image of the farmers and the farmer's wife. This one's really great. 3D emblem, again, is killing it right now. Size large, good size. I don't know what's going to stop these 3D emblems. They just keep on going. If you have it, probably now is the time to sell one if you don't want to hold on to it any longer. This one looks like it's a fantastic condition example, so it makes sense. But this one sold for $1,500 as well. Sold by 708 Vintage. Congratulations. A very big and nice sale here. All right, now for number 2. This one you've probably recognized if you've been in the t-shirt game for any length of time. Because this t-shirt sold during the pandemic days for $6,000 offside of eBay, I think on an Instagram live. At the time, it was considered like the record for vintage t-shirts. That's not entirely true, but sort of like mass print t-shirts at least. But this one sold for $6,000 maybe 4 years ago, but not quite the same today. Let's take a look. You can see this all over print. This is an incredible t-shirt. Super dope on the Stanley DeSantis. Stanley DeSantis typically are too boxy for me, but this one doesn't look all that boxy. Does it give us the measurements anywhere? It says XL, 23 pit to pit, 31 shoulder to bottom. So that's a pretty not boxy t-shirt. Definitely would prefer that. But this one's super dope. Looks like it's in incredible condition. Sold by Domestic Wild Co. Congratulations. I'm not sure if you knew. He probably had some word that this one sold for $6,000 because he listed it nearly at $4,000. But this one did not sell for $6,000. This one actually sold for a confirmed price of $1,899. That's right, $1,899. A far cry from the $6,000 of the last known sale of this t-shirt. But either way, still super cool t-shirt. Big payday for the seller. And I'm sure the person who owns it feels like they got a steal of a deal. So congratulations to all. Now, before we get to number 1, if you're going to spend a fortune like on one of these t-shirts on this list, make sure that it's authentic by using the legitimate app in the description below. Use code LoopFan for 25% off your authentication. Now, for the number 1 spot, we have a 1985 Iron Maiden Texas Slavery t-shirt. This was the tour, Texas Slavery tour, excuse me. This one we have seen, it's been a while. I think the last time we saw this was over a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. But Iron Maiden, One of those t-shirts, subgenres that seems to always hang on and sell really, really well. We have the jerseys by Russell on the size large, 50-50, with that raglan style t-shirt. This t-shirt looks like it's in great condition, like straight out of someone's collection. I don't know what the measurements are. I'd be curious to see what the measurements are on one of these guys. We've got 18 across the chest, so just hitting like 36, so still pretty small for a size large, but that was the way it was back in the 80s. Fantastic t-shirt. Glad to see one of these pop up again for a decent price, and this one sold for $2,499.99, exactly what they were asking for. Congratulations, Stompbox Records, for the #1 spot on this week's Heat Check.